Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to iTouch App Reviewers. Yes, it is iPhone Eve. Basically, the night before we can all buy or pre-order our new iPhones. Now, if you're looking to purchase or pre-order the iPhone 11 Pro or just the iPhone 11, you're going to want to watch this video first so you guys can get the scoop on what's actually different. If you know anyone that's actually considering pre-ordering one of these tomorrow, starting at 5 a.m. Pacific time, which is 8 a.m. Eastern time, send them this video just so that they can kind of get an idea, because there are some differences and there are some things that I think I can tell you guys that will be pretty valuable. So let's jump into this here. I'm going to go to the iPhone 11 Pro first here. So if we're talking about the differences between the 11 Pro and the 11 Pro Max, really the only main difference is the screen size and the price. The rest of the features are pretty much the same. There's nothing here that's going to jump out at you as, oh, that's, a major difference besides those two things. So keep that in mind. The Max costs $100 more base and obviously has that much bigger screen size. So if you like that screen size, you guys can get it. Personally, I don't like it. So I will be getting just the iPhone 11 Pro, not the Max. But as you guys can see, the battery should last a little bit longer on the Pro Max, but it's not going to be that much. So that's pretty much all you need to know about that. Now let's move on to the differences between the 11 and the 11 Pro, because that is where a lot of people are going to get hung up. Actually, before we go over there, I do want to point out, you guys can see the color differences. There's this midnight green, like a silver and white, a black, aka space gray, and then a gold. So you guys can kind of choose which ones you like the best. These are the only colors for the Pro. The iPhone 11 actually has quite a few more colors. So you guys can see here, they've got these colors here: green, black, white, red. I missed these ones: yellow, purple, and green. I think the green looks pretty good. Now, I personally would never rock that color, but I do like it. Yellow's kind of eh. Purple looks nice, I guess. Black always looks good. White looks classy as usual. And red just looks kind of in your face. Now, one thing that I do have to mention, there is a difference between the 11 and the 11 Pro in terms of build quality. The finishes on the back are different. So on the 11, it is a glossy finish down here, and then up here by the cameras, it's matte. Here, this is all matte finish, and then by the cameras, it's glossy. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind if you guys are, if you care about that. I actually do care about that. That's one of the things that's pushing me to the Pro. But of course, I get the Pro anyway, just because of this channel. So if we scroll down here, one of the main differences between these two is the camera. So on the 11, you do not get 3 cameras on the back. You only get 2. However, the only thing that they're omitting is the telephoto, which honestly, my iPhone 10 has the telephoto, and I don't think I've ever used it. Maybe once, maybe twice. That's it. Now the battery is pretty comparable to these. And remember, this is the Pro, not the Pro Max that we're comparing here. So 17 hours video, 18 hours, pretty much the same. If we switch it over to the Max, it's 20 hours. But let's just compare the Pro. Now, here is the other difference that's going to make or break a lot of people's decision, and that would be the display. Now, on the iPhone 11, just the base model, it's a 6.1 inch, so that's slightly bigger than the regular Pro model, but it's Liquid Retina HD LCD display. It is not OLED. So you're not going to get those deep blacks because it's not an OLED display. You're not going to get as much of a vibrant color. So just keep that in mind. Most average customers do not care about this, but if you already have an iPhone 10, going back to this display might be a little jarring for the first month. So if you want the best display, obviously go for the Pro. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for that better display. Water resistance, this doesn't matter a whole lot in my opinion, but the 11 can only do 2 meters for 30 minutes, and then the Pro can do 4 meters for 30 minutes. So if you care about that, there you go. So here we've got the actual materials that are used. And this is where it differs a little, but again, most people probably don't care about this. The iPhone 11 uses aluminum and glass, and then the Pro uses stainless steel and glass. So of course, this is aerospace grade aluminum, the same stuff they always use. And then over here, it's surgical grade stainless steel. And this is just the border here that they're referring to. The steel is obviously heavier, but it's also more durable. So yeah, you guys can make your decisions on that. Capacities, they do differ a little bit here. You've got 64, 128, and 256 for the 11, and 64, 256, and 512 for the Pro. If you're getting the Pro and you get 64 gigabytes, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, shooting 4K videos, as it even says right here, is going to take up a lot of space. I filmed 2 videos the other day in 4K on my iPhone. They were 24, 25 minutes each video, and it used like 50 or 60, maybe 70 gigabytes of space. So I have the 256 iPhone 10, so I will be getting the 256 iPhone 11 Pro. I wish they did 128 instead of 256, or maybe added that in as a cheaper option. I'd probably get that. They don't do that because they want you to upgrade, of course. And lastly, we've got the price. These are not accurate pricing because that is with a trade-in. So let's click view pricing here. The iPhone 11 is going, well, I'm going to spoil it for you. It starts at $699. So if we do no here, let's just pick a color. Let's just do the green one for the sake of the video. Personally, I would pick this one. You guys can see the prices already. $699, $749, or $849. This is the sweet spot right here. Just like last year with the 10R, because this is basically the 10R. You're going to want to get the 128 because it's only $50 more and you are doubling your storage right off the bat. So I recommend that. Of course, you can get an unlocked phone, $749 total plus tax. If you have the Apple card, you can get 3%. So I actually am going to do that. I just got the Apple card and I will be doing that with the iPhone 11 Pro. So let's talk a little bit more about the Pro because the 11 is cool, but this is the thing that I'm getting. I'm getting the Pro, and I think it's got a little bit more of value to dive into on this channel. So this is what I'm going to be picking tomorrow morning right here. So it is going to cost me, because I'm on Verizon, pay for it all at once, of course. Okay, $1,150 plus tax minus 3% daily cash. So it's going to end up being $1,180 maybe after tax and after the 3% cash back. So it's not terrible. I mean, it's a lot of money, but at the same time, brand new phone, upgrading from the 10, so it's kind of worth it. Now let's talk about the colors here because I want to dive a little bit deeper into the colors for these. I think they all look really good. So space gray looks great. Silver looks great. It's kind of like a milky color. Midnight green obviously looks pretty cool. Green is not my thing though, but it does look nice. It's not super in your face green. It's more of a muted green. Just, it looks good. And then gold also looks really good. So when I was ranking these, space gray was number 1, gold was number 2, and then these two were number 3 and 4, kind of tied. So I'm going with space gray because I think it looks ridiculously good on this phone, especially with the matte finish. Can't really go wrong with this. And then for capacity, guys, I obviously recommend the 256 for the $150 more, but if your budget doesn't allow it for some reason, the thinking is if you can afford a $1,000 phone, you can afford an extra $150 to up the storage. But that's up to you guys. Super excited to get this thing ordered tomorrow morning. I kind of wish they would have kept the old times that they did it at like 3 a.m. Eastern time because 8 a.m. is, a lot of people's start of their workday. So I'm just going to lock myself in the server room and do this so that no one bothers me. But that's all I got for this video, guys. Hopefully it was helpful. If it was, share it with your friends. It might actually be able to help them kind of decide which one they're going to go for. I recommend the iPhone 11 for almost everyone. Almost everyone out there can get away with the iPhone 11. The only difference is like the colors, the finish, the screen, and the camera. That's pretty much the only differences here. It's not very big. So if someone came up to me on the street and said, hey, which iPhone should I get? I'd say, are you a casual user? Like 99% of people, they say yes. I say get the iPhone 11. It's only $699. But if you're a YouTuber like I am or some other type of professional, the Pro might be worth it to you. I don't know. You got to weigh the price difference because it's a big price difference. It's like $300 or $400. And with that, you could just get the new Apple Watch or something, or just save the money. So you really got to weigh it yourself. I think the iPhone 11 Pro though is a bit of a ripoff for the average person. The iPhone 11 is actually really, really good this year. So that's all I got for this video, guys. Like I said, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.